All right, we're going to dive right in. So, the Jefferson County crayfish is only known from roadside ditches and wetlands along a roughly 15-mile stretch of Highway 79 in south central Arkansas. In 2011, the Fish and Wildlife Service found that the listing of the species may be warranted under the Endangered Species Act. In 2019, the Arkansas Department of Transportation signed a voluntary pre-listing species conservation program with the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, committing to implement conservation actions for 5 rare, endemic, primary burrowing crayfish species known to occur in Arkansas's roadside ditches, including the Jefferson County crayfish. Next slide. Okay, there we go. All crayfish species burrow to some degree. Crayfish species are categorized into one of 3 categories: primary, secondary, and tertiary, depending on the location and extent to which they burrow. So primary burrowers spend most of their life below ground. They excavate complex burrows that will typically not have connection to surface water. Rather, their burrows are deep enough to reach the water table. Secondary burrowers burrow on river banks and seasonally flooded wetlands. Their burrows usually have a hydrologic connection to a stream or wetland. They typically don't stray far from permanent water, and they share their time between open water and subterranean habitats. Tertiary burrowers. So this category includes most of your stream crayfish, which burrow under in-stream rocks or into the substrate of the stream bed. Burrows are very simple, and these are permanently aquatic crayfish. So kind of how did this project get started? Well, a few things happened. In 2020-ish, RDOT programs a job to widen 2.36 miles of this 15-mile stretch of Highway 79 from 2 to 5 lanes, and that's shown as the red line. And all the green dots are the known occurrences of the Jefferson County crayfish in the 2 counties, Jefferson County and Crawford County. The project will directly impact approximately 11% of this species' known range. The voluntary pre-listing agreement is fresh on our minds, so we know we want to do something to move the crayfish out of the area before the construction project, so impacts to their habitat, range, and population are minimized. In a bizarre coincidence, in 2022, RDOT's Environmental Division receives a request to release surplus property associated with a decommissioned rest area on Highway 79, and that's shown as the pink polygon. We requested that the department retain the decommissioned Highway 79 rest area for the conservation of the Jefferson County crayfish. And in maybe a more bizarre turn of events, our request was granted. So we knew we wanted to move the crayfish to the decommissioned rest area, so we had to do some work to get the site prepared for the relocation. So RDOT, we created some shallow wetland ditch habitat at the rest area to provide translocation habitat for the Jefferson County crayfish. The area was seeded with native forbs, rushes, and sedges, and includes milkweed. Thus, the area will also serve as monarch butterfly habitat once the wildflower planting is established. The ditches are also holding multiple species of tadpoles, so the area also supports amphibians. All right, it's game time, it's game day. It's the relocation of the Jefferson County crayfish. In May 2023, 24 volunteers from RDOT, Arkansas Game and Fish Commission, U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, Arkansas Natural Heritage Commission, University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff, and Central Arkansas Water conducted a translocation effort and moved 83 Jefferson County crayfish from the project footprint. This is more individuals of Jefferson County crayfish than have been cumulatively observed by scientists since the species was discovered in the late 1980s. Large number of juveniles were found in several of the burrows accompanied by adult females, which is something that has never been observed in this species. Volunteers also relocated an additional 176 crayfish of other species, including the painted devil, the digger crayfish, ditch fencing crayfish, western painted crayfish, and the White River crayfish. The 83 Jefferson County crayfish were relocated to the decommissioned Highway 79 rest area, while the other 176 crayfish were moved to suitable property adjacent to the construction project. Fresh crayfish chimneys were observed at the rest area after the relocation efforts, which indicates active burrowing and a successful relocation effort. And a big shout out to our District 2 maintenance folks who were instrumental in managing safety, traffic safety during the event by placing orange barrels along the crayfish digging sites. The project received a 2024 Environmental Excellence Award from the Federal Highway Administration in the Collaboration and Partnership category. Specifically, this project was recognized for the innovative and collaborative approach to protecting the rare Jefferson County crayfish. This effort would not have been possible without our partners. Relocation efforts of burrowing crayfish are rare. They're labor intensive, and the crayfish don't always cooperate. But with the expertise shown here, it was possible. And so kind of the next steps. This project serves as the first step in a partnership between RDOT, Arkansas Game and Fish Commission, and the Illinois Natural History Survey to assess the effectiveness of burrowing crayfish translocation methods for Jefferson County crayfish and 3 other burrowing crayfish, 3 other narrow endemic burrowing crayfish species in Arkansas: the slender wrist burrowing crayfish, caramel crayfish, and the iron spur burrowing crayfish. And I guess I really blew through that one. But yeah, 2.5 minutes. Does anybody have any questions? Yes, Chris. I don't know. Oh, thank you. Okay, so Dusty here is with the Illinois Natural History Museum survey. And so he's actually going to be working on this next project that we're gearing up. And so I'm really glad that he's here because I don't know a lot about crayfish. Thank you, Dusty. I think we wanted to know that the relocation efforts were successful for Jefferson County crayfish. So we didn't want to have like other chimneys pop up that we couldn't necessarily identify as strictly the Jefferson County crayfish. I will. She asked if Arkansas has a high diversity of crayfish. Dusty says no. And then she also asked why we relocated just the Jefferson County crayfish to the rest area.